Right, moving on, in other news, India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi wrote an op-ed to pay rich tributes to the late Indian industrialist and philanthropist Ratan Tata, who passed away almost a month ago. The Prime Minister spoke about Mr. Tata's care for the most vulnerable, his patriotism, his love for animals, devotion to healthcare, and his inspirational leadership to shape India's future besides mentoring startups. The Prime Minister said that Ratan Tata represented the finest traditions of Indian enterprise.
India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi paid rich tribute to industrialist and philanthropist Ratan Tata. In an op-ed in a national daily, Prime Minister spoke about Ratan Tata's care for most vulnerable, his patriotism, love for animal, devotion for healthcare, and his inspirational leadership to shape India's future. Prime Minister wrote, "For the youth, Shri Ratan Tata was an inspiration, a reminder that dreams are worth pursuing and that success can coexist with compassion as well as humility. For others, he represented the finest traditions of Indian enterprise and a steadfast commitment to the values of integrity, excellence, and service." Prime Minister also highlighted that in recent years, Ratan Tata became known for mentoring the country's startup ecosystem, investing in many promising ventures. Prime Minister wrote, "He understood the hopes and aspirations of young entrepreneurs and recognized the potential they had to shape India's future. By backing their efforts, he empowered a generation of dreamers to take bold risks and push boundaries." Prime Minister also spoke about Ratan Tata's patriotism and his love for the nation, saying that Ratan Tata's patriotism shone brightest in times of crisis. Prime Minister said that, "For crores of Indians, Shri Ratan Tata's patriotism shone brightest in times of crisis. His swift reopening of the iconic Taj Hotel in Mumbai after the 26/11 terror attacks was a rallying call to the nation. India stands united, refusing to yield to terrorism." Prime Minister also spoke about his compassion for all living beings, which included his deep love for animals. Prime Minister wrote that his deep love for animals was well known and he supported every possible effort focused on animal welfare. He often shared photos of his dogs, who were as much a part of his life as any business venture. Besides, Prime Minister also highlighted Ratan Tata's dedication for healthcare and his effort for fight against cancer. Prime Minister recalled a program in Assam 2 years ago where Prime Minister and Ratan Tata had jointly inaugurated various cancer hospitals in the state. Prime Minister wrote that his efforts to make health and cancer care accessible and affordable were rooted in a profound empathy for those battling diseases, believing that a just society was one that stood by its most vulnerable. Paying tribute to Ratan Tata, Prime Minister said that he constantly championed excellence, urging Indian enterprises to set global benchmarks. Prime Minister expressed hope that this vision will inspire future leaders to make India synonymous with world-class quality. Fuzail Ahmed reporting for DD India.